My name is Joshua Herbert. Most of you may know me as Mighty Joshua. And I've been in this Immanulypso for, this is my second year going in. And it's exciting, it's very exciting. I just want to say to all the interested persons, if you're really interested, you should join in. But one thing I have to tell you is you have to put in a lot of hard work, determination, and effort. Just would like for y'all to come and support us on February 26, 2021 at the Hard Court at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Hi, good day. My name is Clean Lewis, better known as Preacher Boy. I'm entering this 2021 Immanulypso. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. My name of my song is What You Sow, You Shall Reap. I entered this show for about 2 years, and I must say, it's challenging time, it had a difficult time, but yet it was always fun and it was always great. I heard people criticize saying Immanulypso shouldn't be a part of the church. But Immanulypso is a way that people can express themselves, it can bring out the best in people, and believe it or not, it changed life. It brings you in a whole world where you truly can put yourself into the music. The name of my song is What You Sow, You Shall Reap. And that says it all. Even when you read the Bible quote, what you sow, you shall reap. You sow good, you shall reap good. You sow bad, you shall reap bad. So I just want to say, come out this February 26th at the Sandy Point Hard Court. Come out, it's going to be fun, it's going to be great, it's going to be a blast. So see you there, supporting me, Preacher Boy. Thank you.
I'm Delroy Jeffers. I'm singing name Calypso. King Jantoboy. I'm the defending Immanulypso King 2020, and this year will be my 4th time entering this competition. It's a very good competition where persons bring their singing expertise and their skills to the front. And from this competition, you get to gain friendship, and you meet other persons. As one person would have said, the prices are very nice. You get to go out to dinner and what's not. But in a whole, you get to learn different things about yourself, like stage confidence, and and I will encourage anyone to participate. If you have a good singing voice, or you have confidence on stage, you can join Immanulypso. I see Immanulypso as a means of promoting yourself, developing yourself. If you're a singer in the church, perhaps, or even just a general singer, you can join the competition, and you can learn stuff about yourself. Last year was very challenging. It was very challenging. The competition was very tight, and we expect this year to be even bigger and better and even tighter. Because as I mentioned earlier, I'm the defending Immanulypso King, so I know everybody will be coming after the crown. So I have to come battle, basically. I come strong. So I'm looking forward for this year competition. So my song is entitled My Confession. It's about confessing to other persons about going back to Africa. We like to go back to our roots, but Africa is not the same how it was back then when our foreparents were there, as you would hear in my song. Just want to encourage everybody to come on out and support the youngsters, support each of us, support Immanulypso, support Black History. So come on out on the 26th at the Sandy Point Hard Court for our Immanulypso competition 2021. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jolene Buchanan. My stage name is Jolly Mighty, and I am 18 years old. This is my second time participating in this Immanulypso competition, and it has impacted my life in so many ways. It has built my confidence, and it has exposed me to a whole new culture, a whole new music genre. It is believed by many persons that Calypso has no place in the church. Well, I say to that, how could it not? I mean, it's a part of our culture. It's just like any other music genre. As long as the lyrics doesn't have any demeaning language in it, I don't see a problem as to why it should not be allowed in churches. The name of my song that I'll be performing is I Will Wait For You. This song depicts how the effects of slavery have impacted many persons. It's about a young daughter who saw her mother got taken away from her by the slave masters, and it just shows how she has still been traumatized by seeing that happen to her mom, and how she misses her mom dearly, and she'll still wait for her to come back home to her. The competition will take place on the 26th of February at 8:30 p.m. at the Sandy Point Hard Court. See you there.
Hi, my name is Ashanika Johnson, also known as Queen Sha. I am 15 years old. I have been entering this Immanulypso over 5 years now. It is interesting. I recommend you guys out there, little kids, to just join in because it's fun, and plus you will love the prizes. Over the years, I've learned a lot, and winning the crown, it was just amazing. It changed my life for the better. It built my confidence, and I just want to encourage you guys to come out Friday the 26th of February 2021. Just come out, it will be fun.
Hi, my name is Shakira King, also known as Lady King. I will be participating in the Immanulypso this year, and I recommend that others, especially the young people, try it because it will help to mold us in becoming adults and gain respect and fight for ourselves. The name of my song is We Could Work. The message of my song is pertaining to how the masters of the plantation used to treat the black people and never appreciated the work the black people did. My song is somewhat a philosophical song because it shows the strength of a black person. In my opinion, the calypso that is displayed in the church is far different from the secular world. I invite you to come on out and support the Immanulypso on the 26th of February at the Sandy Point Hard Court at 8 p.m. sharp.
again to our Immanulypso, and without any delay, I will just welcome our MC for this evening, Pastor Webb.
Good night, Sandy Point. Good night, people. How are you doing? Welcome to Immanulypso Black History program tonight. And it's good to see all of you wonderful folks. To break the ice, I want you to turn to the person next to you and tell them you look better than the last time I saw you. Come on there. Greet them, give them the flowers. Tell them you look better than yesterday. You look better than last week. Yes, you got to give people their flowers. And they are alive and well and kicking. So it's good to see all the men and it's good to see all the women. Of course, you know that the women can't do without the men, right? What you say, women? Yeah, no, not the other way around, you know, because remember, you can spell man without woman, but you can't spell woman without man, right? You can spell male without female, but you can't spell female without male. You could spell she, but you can't spell she without he. All right, but you could spell he without she. You can't spell mistress without mister, but you could spell mister without mistress. You can't spell Adam without, you could spell madam, but not madam without Adam. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a hand clap of praise. It's good to see all you wonderful folks. We're going to have an exciting time tonight, and the judges are quite in order, and the representatives are ready also. But just before that, we're going to have chairperson to come. Looking. Yes, I would like you to welcome some remarks by Chair O&E Committee, Mistress Coretta Woodley. Put your hands together as she comes and give some opening remarks, and then we'll move on from there.
Move on, children.
I know you got some electrical tape up here.
Yeah.
Yes, give it up for Joshua. Come on, you can do better than that. The mighty Joshua. That done gone. Slavery done gone. Alright, and after 500 years, why are you worrying about that? That done gone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we done gone too, so that's number one. And we're going to have a second person to come. And I don't know if it's ready. Right, we're getting ready for the next Calypsonian, and that would be Preacher Boy, and he will be doing a selection entitled What You Sow, You Must Reap. Alright, what you sow, you reap. Put your hands together and welcome a second person on stage tonight. What you sow, you reap, by Preacher Boy. Give it up for Preacher Boy.
Tonight, I have a message from Mr. African, Mr. Black Man. He says, you have been free for a long time, so come out of bondage. He also has a message for Mr. European and the Americans. He says, as you continue to try to elevate yourselves above other races, what goes up must come down. And he encourages our petitions and divisions to stand up for our federation. Put God first. Welcome, Preacher Boy. What you sow, you reap. Preacher Boy.
Yes. Music. Ah, you begin to the mic. Just want to say good night to everyone, all the judges, the lovely audience. What you sow, indeed, you shall reap. Yes. Talking to you, Mr. African, from the belly of our mother's land. Your undivided attention is vital for this message. Listen to me, Mr. Black Man. It is important that you take a stand. Since you're free for so long, must be living as you're in bondage. History has taught you many lessons in life to charter your course. But this position you entertain is disheartening and worse. It is either you deaf and you can't hear, or perhaps they broke up in your ear. While you making mockery of the emancipation of our race. It's high time you wake up, be proud of your identity. For the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. And when this situation demands for you to represent your nation, you must be a worthy and proud example for us to keep. The sign of the time you cannot deny. Stop playing around, open your eyes. Be careful of the seed you plant for. What you sow, you gon' reap. Yeah. Calypso, you will be. I'm talking to you, yes, European, and also to you, you American. The fact of the matter is you're fighting this battle in vain. Now listen, my generation, for you will never get the upper hand. For we're children of God, and in this day we will remain. You keep on slaughtering blacks, and they show no justice at all. Since you have the system rigged to suit your race and for to God, you'll be elevated from the ground. But whatever goes up, it must come down. And finally, when you fall, it shall be the end of your days. It's high time that you wake up, be proud of your identity. For the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. And when this situation demands for you to represent your nation, you must be a worthy and proud example for us to keep. The sign of the time you cannot deny. Stop playing around, open your eyes. Be careful of the seed you plant for. What you sow you got. Woo! Yeah! Talking to you, Kitishan, and also to you, Univision. What is your contribution to this our land of beauty? I'm talking to you, Kitishan. Stand for your beloved federation, whose sisters were brought here in this mother colony. We're leaders forever in this modern colony. The hub of the slave trade to this Caribbean territory. Now it's time for us to be number one, upholding the word and God and His Son. A nation who emulate and bring about one worldwide of change. It's high time that you wake up, be proud of your identity. For the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. And when this situation demands for you to represent your nation, you must be a worthy and proud example for us to keep. The signs of the time you cannot deny. Stop playing around, open your eyes. Be careful of the seeds you plant for. Oh boy. Thank you. Remember, careful of the seeds you plant, for what you plant indeed, you shall reap. Good night!
Yes, yes, yes. Give it up for Preacher Boy. Come on, you can do better than that. Give them a hand clap of praise. They're doing nice so far. We want to also greet all the internet audience. Wherever you are listening via internet, we want to welcome you to this wonderful, auspicious occasion tonight and this Gospel Calypso show. All right, we're going to move right ahead. I know that the judges have a task to do tonight, and they're going to judge nicely. It's up to the judges. Plan to write a song, it's up to the judges. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our third person on stage would be Lord J, and he is doing a song entitled Writing on the Wall. Put your hands together for Lord J, Writing on the Wall. What? Writing down on the wall.
As Lord J pops up his writing on the wall, he will take us back to Bible times, when two mighty kings, King Pharaoh and King Nebuchadnezzar, enslaved God's people. He reminds offspring of our slavers from way back then, who oppressed our African ancestors, that God always delivers his people. So look out, look out. His handwriting is on the wall. Welcome on stage, Lord Jill. Coming to America. Yes, remember this is Lord Jill, not Eddie Murphy.
All right, just to refresh your memory, our third Calypsonian for tonight. Once again, let's welcome Lord J, Writing on the Wall.
Tiffany. Let the next camera come. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the Lord J. is here to tell you all about the writing on the wall. Listen up and listen well. Nebuchadnezzar was a mighty king. Well,
he captured and he saved Jerusalem, yes. God's prophet Daniel, yes, he was one of them. Daniel didn't say one thing, nah respect Babylon king, never bow down and worshipped him at all. So they threw Daniel in jail, but
One, two.
night, night.
1, 2.
Okay, everybody can hear me, right? Okay.
Yes, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. Yes, that was not a bus. It wasn't a car. It wasn't a jeep. All right. It's just technical. I remember this. What's wrong here? The system. Yeah, so it's a system really. I sense it. I'm not feeling it. All right. Okay. So I remember Super Genius speaking to Anglican Church. This reminds me when Super Genius visit the Anglican Church. It so happened when the preacher said the personage just said, "May the Lord be with you." And so the audience respond, "And also with you." But Super Genius went there, he thought that everything that the priest say you must repeat. So something technically went wrong with the mic. And the priest said, "Well, something technically is wrong with this mic." And Super Genius say, "And also with you." All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was not a bus a while ago. It was just a technical situation, all right? So we're going to have coming fresh again. Put your hands together. Are you ready? Mic test, 1, 2. Yes, nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Lord Chair. Put your hands together and welcome him as he do the song entitled Writing on the Wall.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Calypso, but not the regular Calypso. Some may call it Calypso, but tonight it's Immanulypso. I am Troy Biff Mills out of SP with the Best Bay. I have the privilege to be one of the hosts here, and well, I shouldn't say that. I'm the host, and there's a hostess, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello everyone, I am Unoma Allen, aka Lady Sunshine. So I know a thing or two about Calypso, but I don't know a thing or two about commentary on Calypso. So bear with me, I'll let my co-host take the lead on that. But I think we have a good partnership here. I've done the stage, you are no stranger to commentating on Calypso. So we have a really, really strong team here tonight. And I know you are a proud Sandy Pointer. So you feel quite good that the church is organizing this event here this evening. But I want to say welcome to you all from St. Kitts and Nevis. This is where the cradle of our history in the region began, you could say. So we've had about 2 performances. So far, is it 2? We're on our 3rd performance right now. And this 3rd performer, I've noticed, his name is King Jay. He's just 19 years of age, and unlike the previous 2 competitors, his song is rooted in the Bible. Now, the general feel of the competition is representing Black History Month. Just to give you a bit of history about what's going on here, this Immanulypso, so is the Immanuel Methodist Church on Sandy Point that's organizing this event, and they've been doing this since 2016, and each church within the federation is given a Sunday to celebrate Black History Month, and the Immanuel Methodist Church in Sandy Point does it in this format in terms of a Calypso show, and they've felt that one Sunday is not enough, so they've extended the celebration of Black History Month into the Friday with this competition. And so we expect that the theme of the songs will be centered around our African heritage and remembering the past and taking the lessons from the past. So it has been quite informative so far. What would you say, Viv?
I couldn't put it any better. I was a little concerned because hearing it's a Sunday thing, and I know there's a Calypso, it's Sunday fall on a Monday, I don't care. So I don't know if it's because the sun was falling on Friday, but because of the expansion. And we have to give kudos to the organizers. It's the first time we're having this setup. We're going virtual, and obviously it's because of the COVID-19.
Right.
And kudos to you ladies, because apart from having a lady on my right side yourself, there's a lady who seems to be
in charge behind the scenes, and she's holding her own, very calm, but leading with a strong arm, as we women know how to do in our sleep, actually.
Well, there's only one thing wrong with the lady, yeah?
What's that?
She's not from SP with the Best.
I should have seen that coming.
She's from Taba.
I should have seen that coming.
But we can't have everything here. We have to leave something.
Well, that's something else, you know. I love y'all, though. The confidence, I love individuals from Sandy Point and Nevis. Sandy Point especially, but within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So wherever you are in the Western Hemisphere or the Eastern Hemisphere, welcome to this live broadcast of Immanulypso, where we celebrate Black History Month through the art form of our ancestors, Calypso.
Calypso.
Yeah.
You know, Ma, I'm noticing something here. They have the lyrics for all of the songs. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, from a judging point of view, it could be good and it could be bad, because you might be too distracted. You know, if the lyrics are in front of you, you might not think, well, I don't need to listen too keenly because the words are here. But when you take your eyes off of the performance, you lose the essence of what's happening. Not just the lyrics, but the use of the stage, and the other elements of what's going on in front of you. But the lyrics, I don't know. I've never seen this at a national level.
First time I've seen it, period.
And you are an expert when it comes to Calypso. And to see this, you know, but to see this, I think from a non-judge point of view, especially for our point of view, it's wonderful to have. But I'm wondering if the judges would have this as well.
I am not certain, but I'll ask a question. Suppose the judges were to have this.
Yeah.
And line 5, for example, Daniel did done say one thing, now respect Babylon thing. But suppose for whatever reason or reasons, the performer, he uses different words, a completely different line. How do you think the judges will see that?
Ooh. And neither of them are wrong.
Exactly.
So then this ties. Boy, this is tough. This is complicating. So are you saying that I can't boss? I can't come up with something on the stage?
That's the question. Would the
So
judges
which one would you
consider
judge?
that a boss? But then I can argue, well, hey, no, I just felt that this was a stronger
Which more
line for
appropriate?
myself
Correct,
to get
correct.
an extra 2 points.
Correct,
So who are you
correct.
to tell me a boss?
Correct,
Not
correct.
because I have my printed lyrics here. But I guess that could be one of the arguments from now till whenever.
But at the same time too, you know, this could be in the favor of the artist, because if he's singing or she's singing and she's not too clear, then the judges, then he or she has a right to say, well, you got the lyrics.
Exactly.
So judge the lyrics there right in front of you. But this complicates matters. But it's good for us to have.
Yes, exactly.
And we'll share some of the lyrics with you. But for the judges, now I think they shouldn't have it.
And in terms of the lyrics, give us an idea of the criteria, please.
Sure. For the competition this evening, the theme carries a maximum of 10 points. The judges will be looking at diction, clarity. Diction carries a maximum of 20 points. Clarity, also a maximum of 20. Tempo. The tempo of the music is being judged. I've never seen that in my life.
That again is a force, and only SP with the best.
With the best be, yes. You are like cutting edge. But how do you judge tempo? Is it that if it's fast, you get more points? If it's slow, you get less points? How do you judge tempo?
That's a very good question, because there are some songs, if you sing them at a slow tempo and you try to increase the tempo, you may very well swallow up your words and your diction and clarity may not be so clear. And on the contrary, if you have a nice jumpy up-tempo song and you try to cut it, then you end up appearing to slur and drag your words. There are times you may want to do that for effect in a calypso. However, but if your whole calypso would be like that, then it's a problem. Well, of course, we don't know if the judges, they had meetings with the judges, and that
So they don't want to look for. Right.
But in the absence of that, the way I would treat this is give all the calypsonians 5 points.
All calypsonians 5 points?
All of them 5 points. Because I don't think a faster tempo or a slow tempo would dictate the quality of the calypso.
Right. That's true.
You have the lyrics, you have the performance.
You have other elements of it.
You have elements. Exactly.
So this is a free, you get extra points.
Perhaps.
Just for showing up, you get extra points.
Of course, being creative.
Then
we're ready to go back on stage now, so the third calypsonian experienced some technical difficulties, but they've sorted it out, and Lord Gia and his song Writing Upon the Wall. Calypsonian number 3. The stage is set for him.
He's a 19-year-old young man, presently at our A-level college, the CFBC, and he has experience in singing. He's been part of his alma mater, his high school alma mater, Keon High School Choir. He's currently a part of the CFBC chorale, the college chorale ensemble, and this is his first time ever competing on stage, vocally.
The thing about this, the experiences are varied.
Yes.
The first time, the second time, some have been singing for a little longer.
Yes, we had our second competitor is 35 years old.
Yes.
He's been playing instruments for 15 years, so
very
he's no
experienced on
stranger.
stage.
Very experienced indeed. And his theme was rooted in Black history, and that is being judged this evening, the appropriateness of the theme. Our first calypsonian, 14 years old. So we have a variety of experiences, a variety of ages here this evening. I haven't seen any females yet.
I think there's a Queen Shah, there's a Lady K
good.
singing chronics.
Good. So our first 3 competitors are all males. I look forward to hearing what the females have to bring tonight. But yes, theme, diction, clarity, tempo, melody is being judged as well. That's standard in Calypso. maximum each contestant can amass is 10 points. Rendition, 10 points maximum. Stagecraft, 15 points. And presentation, 10 points. So they can total 100 points. They can earn a maximum of 100 points this evening. We have 8 competitors. I really wonder who's going to win supreme and win tonight.
King John Toboy, singing at number 4. He is the defending, and this has been probably his third foot at least. I've judged at this show before in the past.
Okay.
And it has been pretty close. It has been a very, very close show. Another unique element about this, most of the songs are written by individuals who attend the Immanuel Methodist Church. There's Stephen
really you. So Super Genius went to this church and he heard the preacher preach. When the preacher finished preach, he said, "Boy, preacher, you hit them hard today, boy." Next Sunday, the preacher preached again. When the preacher finished preach, he shook the preacher's hand and he said, "Preacher, boy, you hit them hard today." So the next Sunday now, which was the third Sunday, it was a rainy day. And you know you have some weather condition, church people. So it's only he and the preacher went to church this time. And the preacher still decided to preach. And so the preacher preached a message. And when he done preaching, he went and shook his hand and he said, "Preacher, boy, you hit them hard today. The only thing they were not there to receive it. It always have to be for somebody else." All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that we are ready now. Still not ready? Right, Super Genius is something else, right? Super Genius had a big belly, right? So he was walking in town and a fella said, "Well, Super Genius, what are you doing with such a big belly?" He said, "Well, boy, the doctor told me to watch my weight. I like to watch my weight, so I keep it at the front." I like to watch your weight, so you keep it at the front. Yes, and
Write all these songs.
Exactly.
Some of Sparrow's best songs are written
by the Beans.
Right, exactly. So everybody has a role. Everybody, and sometimes a writer can go on stage and perform.
Exactly. but we have a culture that unless you don't write your song, you're not a good Calypso.
Yes. I would imagine maybe in the days of old that was the case. Maybe in Kitchener's Day or Lord Roaring Lion, or even in Elements there. I don't know if that was the case. Could it have been? They would have done everything, would have been everything in one shot. You come up with your lyrics, your tune. But as time evolved, I don't know what it is. People felt that maybe an individual felt that he has no more ideas, so give it to somebody else.
But the thing about it is not just the Calypso, it's happening a lot now with soca and even R&B. Yes. I think Lady, that was sung by Lionel Richie at the Commodore. Was it written by Kenny Rogers, I think?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And that has been going on for time immemorial. And of course, if I am strong in one area and not so strong in others, and the same thing, we combine.
And that creates a powerful force.
Exactly. Right. And I could recall one finals in the mid-2000s, King Conway's, he had a little tit for tat with Queen at the station.
Oh yes.
And he had a line in one of his songs, she doesn't even write her own song.
Yes. Right, which goes to say what you were saying, that if you don't write for yourself, then you're not as powerful or should be as recognized as someone who just comes and sings.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, Socrates would have written most of her songs, maybe in collaboration, but she has also written songs for other people.
Yes.
So here is it. You're writing for me, and I'm singing your song. Well, I'm writing for somebody else.
Right.
That's very interesting. And we saw that coming out with the late King Ayatollah. He would have written some songs for King Craig.
Right.
And Socrates having written songs for other people, and they placed higher than him in competition.
Yes. So when it goes to show that it's not just the lyrics that make you win, it's how you command the stage, your voice, The melody, that's something else. To say that you're writing, but you're writing for somebody to beat you.
Exactly. And the personality, obviously. And if you come up to karate movies, it's kung fu.
Yeah.
When a master takes in somebody who doesn't know the first thing about kung fu, and it reaches a stage where he starts beating up the master,
yes.
He said, well, hey, you're good to go now.
Yes, you're graduated.
It is felt that the master would have done a good job to get a student just
yes,
as good
to be
or
better than him. Yes.
And it seems as if they're ready once more.
For this third competitor?
Yes. Lord
King Jia.
Lord Jia, King Jia.
Let me see.
Lord Jia, with his student writing upon the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and we go live to the stage.
For the arrival of Lord Jia.
I'm not here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have no fear, for Lord Jia is here to tell you all about the writing on the wall. Listen up and listen well. Nebuchadnezzar was a mighty king. Welcome power, he had a big. He captured and enslaved Jerusalem, yes. God's prophet Daniel, yes, he was one of them. Daniel didn't say one thing, now respect Babylon king. Never bow down and worship him at all. So you know what I thought? So they put Daniel in jail, but released him without bail to interpret the writing on the wall. For God is a way to show up and deliver his people. He promised will never forsake them. So when times are rough and you'll never get through, have faith and you'll turn your dark skies blue. God is the same yesterday, today and forever, and he will never let his children fall. When he decides that's enough, when he will deliver and put his handwriting upon the wall, they will see the writing upon the wall. Everything was well. He had saved the children of Israel. Not one soul can dethrone this mighty man, no. But Almighty God, yes, he had a mighty plan. He slew all the male children, but Moses was protected and lived to obey his Jehovah's call. Israelites crossed the Red Sea, but he chose Pharaoh's army. Pharaoh saw the writing upon the wall. For God has a way to show up and deliver his people. He promised will never forsake you. So when times are rough and you feel you'll never get through, have faith and it will turn your dark skies blue. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he will never let his children fall. When he decides that's enough is when he will deliver and put his handwriting upon the wall. They will see the writing upon the wall. Imagine the rain was spent how it's so hard, and you want to be hard. I want to be from Panzerden. Me try me the writing on the wall. Badam bam bam badam. So you mysterious springs of Massa, oppressing descendants of Africa. Now after so many years of gruesome slavery, we obligated to apply. Well, I am just warning you. Remember that battle too. Unfathomable when his children bore. Hey! Destruction will be your fate. Repent before it's too late. Or you see the writing upon the wall. For God has a way to show up and deliver his people. He promised will never forsake you. So when times are rough and you feel you'll never get through, have faith and you will turn your dark skies to blue. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he will never let his children fall. When he decides that's enough is when he will deliver and put his handwriting upon the wall. I will see the writing upon the wall. Repeat after me. I will remember to read the writing on the wall. I will heed the Lord's warning, and I must remember the Lord can free me from all my shackles. Repent. Good night.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, come on, put your hands together again, the writing.
This is all about talking about the heritage of our ancestry of Black History Month. If it was just a straight, gospel-themed Calypso show, I could see that one being relevant. But I mean, aside from that, I'm glad he came out and that he performed. He's developing himself. I just wonder if he will be able to score as high as the others who would have sang more towards a Black History Month theme.
But with the benefits of the lyrics, I'm wondering if the theme of slavery, not just because Black history, he captured and enslaved Jerusalem, yes, speaking about Nebuchadnezzar. And then we go back down in verse 2. King Pharaoh, he thought everything was well. He enslaved the children of Israel. So the theme of slavery perhaps coming through.
So that means that puts us, our ancestry, in Pharaoh's land. So we are the original.
Exactly.
We are the original Jews, are we?
Basically, and slavery, no doubt, happening long before the Atlantic slave trade.
Of course, definitely.
Because in Africa, the Indians, when there's war, you invade another tribe, and you take away the wives, you children enslaved, etc. And the wives become the wives of and whatever they are enslaved. So the winners go the spoils.
So then again, I would interpret this to say that he's making reference, as you said, to the enslavement of the Jews, but therefore, if this is a Black History Month, then we are the ones
going back to our ancestors, the Africans and Egypt.
No.
Which the discussion we're having here, the question is, how are the judges going to see?
Oh no, they're not going to go that deep.
And that is perhaps the experience.
You should. I don't think you should have to make a judge think too deeply about the lyrics, the relevance of your lyrics. It should be plain to see and hear.
And that is why sometimes your Calypsonians, your lyrics should be about head. And we're told of one song coming to mind, Mental Slavery by King Starshield. Back in 1978-79, when I think he was defending. And it's about May, 5 months after Carnival, to realize how powerful a song it was.
Now that's Calypso.
And we're going on stage now.
Our fourth competitor. Our fourth Calypsonian.
Monarch. King
Brother,
Georgia
stop dreaming. Brother, stop dreaming. You've been fooling us. There's no more utopia. You have not been breathing, brother. Brother, stop dreaming. Wake up. Wake up, brother. There's no more utopia. No more utopia.
could I tell you go back home to Africa? When on that continent there's so much loss. How could I tell you go for your inheritance? When for those days it's sufficient. Sorry for misleading you. The picture I paid wasn't true. I was missing for almost £1,000. I know I've a change of heart. Stay at home, you'll be better off. Tonight I confess, seeking your forgiveness. Africa in distress, there's too much unrest. I swear I won't do it again. Africa is not the same. I can't afford payments paid. It's not the same. Huh. Hear me. Sorry. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, all right. Bam, bam, bam. Since then I started doing some research. Knowing knowledge always bail you out. It's then the bad news I begin to receive. With tears in my eyes, I couldn't believe. A resurgent to Koran, changing of constitution, just so that the same person could govern. Citizens flee everywhere, seeking a fresh start and a fair share. Tonight I repent for being negligent, and I hate to feel Ethiopia pumping children. I say I won't do it again. Africa, it's not the same. I bet my own parents say it's not the same. Huh. Hear me, I'm sorry. Bam, 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 bam. To undo this wrong and bring closer to this fiction. I'm about to send emails to all concerned to arrange for their financial return. Is that has left me so drained? All my time and effort in vain. Years of planning dwindled to nothing. But I learned from my inaction. No more voice to prevent a reoccurrence. I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please. I will make it right. Beginning tonight. I swear I won't do it again. Africa is not the same. I can offer your parents' name. It's not the same. Huh. Oh, bang, 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 bing, 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 bing. Huh. Hear me? I'm sorry. Bang, 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 bang. Here is my advice to my federation, especially them Rastafarians. Be wise in whatever your decision. When seeking to trade what's in your hand. And the Calypso illusion, singing, he won't go back home. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay in Molyneux. By the time I finish this song, I won't be accountable to no one. Cause I don't confess, I am no guiltless. I don't wash me hands, it's time to move on. Yes, say I don't need to get Africa, it's not the same. I went my foreparents' way, it's not the same. Huh. Huh. Hear me? I'm sorry. Bam, 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 bam. Huh. Hurry. I'm sorry. Bam, bam, bam. Tonight, thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Confession, confession.
Immanulypso competition. King Janto boy. My boy.
A king to beat? A monarch to beat?
So far.
Well, a few observations, you know, man. This is the only song so far with 4 verses.
Oh, okay.
The other songs.
Take somebody experienced like you to see that, okay.
Plus, a difference in style in the writing of the song. Perhaps the disadvantage of having 1 or 2 persons write for everybody, the similarity in style and phrasing and music.
So he gets to stand out.
He gets to stand out. And stand out he did.
He did.
He's a tie-up and quite a decent choreography.
Yeah, he had the most extensive stage presentation.
Exactly.
He had Max of Africa on stage, he had dancers, he had a bit of a skit at the beginning. So he stood out once again from that point of view.
And no doubt leading the choreography was his sister, Marcia Jeffers, who's the dance specialist at the Department of Culture.
Right, along with you.
And Lulu is his mother, and probably well-loved, the most well-loved beautician division at home and abroad.
Yes.
Lulu,
yes,
very good family.
Yes.
They're originally hailing from Newtown, and they would have relocated to the village. And indeed, I guess perhaps leading at this stage.
Yes, and his theme was
confidence.
Yes, you can tell he's experienced. He's representing the St. Johnson's Methodist Church, and his theme was different because yes, it's rooted in Africa and the heritage that topic. But he's saying to us, try not to be too hasty to go back to the motherland. He's saying it's not the same today as it was 4 centuries ago. There's so much fighting. There's so much disdain there that we might not think that it might not be what we think it is going to be. So that's different.
Exactly, and the cry for all of us in the Caribbean, we want to go back to the motherland, and we encourage to go back and visit the motherland. As a matter of fact, it's just today. I was listening to a radio station, Bush, the name of the program, and I heard them say one thing they're proud of. They have direct flights from Jamaica to Africa, and it's costing around 1,500 easy, which is like what, 500, 600 to go to Africa. That's what I heard. And that statement was credible, and he said, yes, I checked it out, gentlemen, and if that is the case, Jamaica leading the link to try to go back to Africa.
That's true, because I think even Vita Mali, she has property there, and there are 1 or 2 other reggae performers, and I read recently that Stevie Wonder, he is thinking of returning to Ghana himself. He says he wants to get out to the US and the tense racial relations. He says he doesn't want to live within it anymore.
And one of the areas in Africa, there's some areas in Africa where you're allowed to have more than 1 wife, 3 and 4 and 5.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's similar for the women. I think they actually, I need to find out the name of the country, but there's a country that allows women, the culture is a woman can have more than 1 husband.
But the thing about it, I think with us petition, the males wouldn't want to live in that country.
Oh, no,
but they would want to live in Africa.
Well, we would go there. I must find out the name of the country. So we go on to, is it the first female competing tonight?
Joe the Mighty, yes. Jolene Buchanan.
And she's 18 years of age. And this is the 2nd time participating in this Immanulypso. We take it to the stage.
First one of last year.
The door of no return. The door where our ancestors, our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers, my mother, took their final steps onto slave ships, never to return to their loved ones. miss me too. Tears even now are running down my face. Oh, I'll further miss your warm embrace, but I will wait for you. Black glistening in the moonlight, kicking and screaming, my God, I have to stay. For she was but a single teenage mother who had just given birth to her first child. Somehow she knew this journey to the unknown would mean goodbye forever, as she kept on wailing, I Mr. Please don't take my mama away. I beg of you, sir, please do let her stay. I cannot live without my mama here. I'm just a child, I need her tender care. Oh, mama dear, how I still grieve for you. And I know that for sure you'll miss me too. Tears even now are running down my face. Oh, I'll forever miss your warm embrace, but I will wait for you. Sometimes I feel her presence right here with me and realize my reoccurring needs. Shuddering with fear, how real is the abstraction? As her hands touch me, that's how close it seems. I wonder if her new life was a blessing, or did she even make it to the shore? Was she abused sexually by her master? I have so many questions and no one to answer. I Mr. Please don't take my mama away. I beg of you, sir, please to let her stay. I cannot live without my mama here. I'm just a child, I need her tender care. Oh, mama dear, how I still grieve for you. And I know that for sure you'll miss me too. I know sometime again I'll see your face. If not down here, then in that heavenly place. But I will wait for you. Good night.
Yes, give it up, give it up.
Caused by that institution created by the enslavement of the Africans by these Europeans, the wounds, the hurts still exist today. And this song was an emotional song. It tugged at the heartstrings. And if you allow us to read some of the lyrics, I know you're falling in love with the lyrics. She starts off, standing here again, staring at the ocean. My sad memories running through my mind. Of childhood days, lost friends and loved ones, this very sea took, leaving me behind. But deep inside my heart, there's a burning, an empty hole I have here ever since. Mama, in chains, was dragged away while screaming into the dark sea, right here, and weeping. So she was looking through, she was on the coast of West Africa, looking through the arch of no return and seeing her mother being taken onto a slave ship. And she's recounting that experience and the hurt she feels and the nightmares she feels because she wasn't taken on the ship, but her mother was. And she's saying, look, I'm waiting for you. I want to see you return.
You know, Mom?
Yes, sir.
The king might be a queen tonight.
Yeah, man. Calypso Rose. Calypso Rose, right at Immanulypso.
I'm actually getting goosebumps with this. And I'm very impressed with this. The style is different.
Yes, to what we heard before.
For the other songs we've heard before, so perhaps this is a third writer.
Okay.
And
any guess at who the writer could possibly be?
I'm detecting a hint of Socrates.
I cast him in the audience tonight, and it just occurred to me, whenever Socrates goes to a show,
he has interest.
Yes, there's someone on the stage he has written for. And so he's come to see their delivery.
Perhaps, and the style, the way she delivered it, the voice,
yes.
And we go on stage now for Queen Shah, number 6.
Ashanika Johnson. Ashanika.
Where the world kings and queens reign in
Shan, she's actually is coming off of the throne 2 years ago. In, well, 3 years now, we're not in 2020.
Yes, that's 2021.
3 years ago, she captured this very title, Queen of the Immanulypso show. So she's coming back in 2021 to see if she can win the comeback. Actually, Janto Boy, he was about the fourth performer, he dethroned her.
Exactly.
So let's see what's going to happen tonight. I have my front runner. I know who your front runner is this evening. But we're going to see what's going to happen in the end.
For a young lady, I think she's maybe about 15, 16, 17. She can't be too old. 14. Oh no, that's somebody else. But I like her style, her delivery. Actually, she's 14.
So she would have won when she was about 11?
12. I think she's the youngest monarch they've had.
That's a powerhouse, and she's one of 3 female monarchs.
Exactly, the third. And her delivery in the song, passion, not energetic, not a lot of energy, but calculated movements and expression.
This song was called the European Coup. And so she's basically saying, how could you go to Africa and take my ancestors out and put them through what you did? 2 lines of her song that made me laugh out. She says, how can one inflict such on another human being? You have to be deranged or mentally challenged. I could hear what's his name say something like that, Farrakhan. I could just hear him saying it. I'm wondering if he wrote her lyrics tonight. But she also had a very passionate song, tugging at their heartstrings, wondering how could you do this to another human being?
And slavery really messed up the black man.
Oh yes.
And the chances are there was some positive, because it would have helped us to be more resilient.
Of course.
And I did enjoy history when I was going to school. And I found very interesting the Renaissance period and the resistance to slavery. And one of the things I learned was oppo. Oppo was used by females as a contraceptive. Yes, by the slaves. Because remember, the point was to have property, the slaves, the more slaves they had.
Right.
And they breeding plants.
Right. And so, even in close Barbuda, there was a breeding plant.
Exactly. So to prevent to slow down or prevent giving birth,
their resistance.
And I found that completely amazing, the use of oppo as a contraceptive.
Is that real? That's what
well, I could understand the sliminess. I don't know if it was used raw. I would want to suggest it was boiled because of the sliminess to prevent the sperms to going through and actually fertilizing the eggs. But that had to be creative.
It's the thing is, the slaves were they were very wise when it came to various aspects of putting up a resistance to the system of slavery.
And the ultimate thing, suicide. You, in the Black History Month, the Kunta Kintes and the movies, you see them jumping over a mother, holding her young to her, and looking at her husband giving the approval, and she jumping. And
rather death than slave than being a slave.
Exactly.
I read as well that during the Haitian Revolution, the French were astounded when in the battle between the slaves and the
we will be singing. We could walk.
It was part of the whole resistance. And you would have situations where slaves would jump into the fight.
Exactly.
This was evident from slavery.
Our next Calypsonia.
Our own black ancestors chosen to work on sugar plantations after the Chinese.
I think this is the King Shah. There's 2 names that have Shah in it. Shakira King.
Lady King.
Look at her as she walks. Lady King. Okay.
She's actually 14 years old.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Case 2021 is now in session. Master versus the slaves in the matter of hard work. You may now plead your case.
Your Honor, I represent the Europeans, and I don't think that there are no other persons who can write more than the white people.
Your Honor, I object. And to clarify my objection, Batman, hit me!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your defender, Lady K. I am here to prove that black people could walk. Black people really could walk. Your Honor, listen up and listen really well. Give it.
Yes, give it up, give it up, give it up. Well, these people could walk. St. Kitts people could walk.
We could walk.
And she stated her case in song.
She stated her case, and what's nice about her song is that she could easily get audience engagement because the song is a simple. In this song we walk all day long, we walk, we and we brothers walk and we sisters. You could just say the audience.
Anything
and
you put
could just put the mic to them.
The dog could walk, the cat could walk, I could walk, you could walk. I like. And we in-laws could walk.
And we in-laws could walk.
And apart, the song has some traces of humor in it,
yes,
but serious nonetheless. And these two lines, 4 slaves were given a task to the story said, to take a cannon up Brimstone Hill on the head. Impossible, an impossible task, until the master shot one dead, and then the 3 of them completed the work. So, motivation, inspiration, encouragement.
That's fair. You know, that's how they got us to do whatever they wanted
and
to
adrenaline.
do. Yeah.
Adrenaline.
You don't want to die?
Exactly, but it just shows that the black people could walk. And I think she actually made her case. And what I found interesting, because she started with the theme song from, is it CSI?
Yes. Yes, that's true. That's true. She integrated a very popular cable TV show.
Well creative, and I'm really impressed. I think it's a very high standard, and I think
she was the most jumpy of them so far, actually.
So does that mean she gets 5 points to 10 points, the others don't?
Maybe.
But you know, man, I think tonight I'm much more comfortable up here than down there
at the judging table. Yes.
It's not gonna be easy, and I think she has thrown something into the apple cart. So they might no doubt be doing the winner first one, second one, and I think they have all good songs, but 4 contenders, top contenders.
Yes.
And I believe the king can be a queen tonight.
I think so. I would like to wage a bet saying that a female will take it today.
So the mighty and even the young lady before her. I had the one who won it back in 2018.
Yes, Queen Shah. Yes.
Yeah,
Queen Shah had a good song as well.
And even the young lady here who walked.
Simple. I don't think lyrically it was as deep as Queen Shah's song.
Exactly.
But she got your attention with the simplicity and with the hook of her chorus.
And she stated her case really. And we've done simple songs to have won the national crown here. King Mallet back in 1979, I think it was, getting married.
It's true, people like jovial songs.
And even Ayatollah with Calypso Terrorist.
Yeah,
simple but very powerful, very catchy.
Lyrics. Yes.
Exactly. And he won the crown with that song as well.
That's true. That's true. You know, Calypso doesn't always have to be very serious, very academic. It could be light, it could get a message across as well.
Strong with heavy lyrics. And the song Coco, when he won a few years ago, me ain't gonna let him know when he going away. And everybody give him everything to carry up and coming back. Everybody give him everything to bring back.
I remember that one.
And Chartless again.
That's true.
74 can't go into 14. Talking about the Chinese, the marriage, the elder men, 74 years married to 14-year-old. And it's such a beautiful
So comedy has a place.
Yes.
Comedy has a place. The lightheartedness has a place in Calypso.
And
sometimes I wonder, sometimes Calypsonians tend to be so hard-hitting politically that you're kind of losing the essence of what Calypso should really be, could be.
Different genres of Calypso, actually.
Yeah.
The social commentary, very critical, political.
The witty.
The witty, yes. Yeah. And I remember attending a workshop with Chartless, and he basically suggested Calypso is comparing apples and oranges. And when you look at it, you have a witty song, Boat Riding by King Fancy.
Right.
You have, as we call it, a road march, People Way by Star Shield.
Yes.
You have the social commentary, I don't know, I'm Guilty by Element. Those 3 songs in a competition. How we are going to determine, you have the criteria, but the challenge is determine which one of these.
Which different types it will
Exactly,
take,
because
yeah.
they're three completely different
That's
songs.
true. That's true, but all fun and they're on their
Exactly, and you have to judge them.
Well, we just announced now the whole soloist tonight that we're gonna have some guest performances.
So that would suggest
it's supposed to be 8.
Yes,
but one because Calypso lost the family member suddenly this morning, so that person isn't participating. So we're done.
And yes, sadly.
I can tell by the walking of this thing that we are on this street. It's so hot down here, but I cannot even fan. For we're chained together, hands and feet, and packed like sardine in a can. I tried to turn on the side, but the man next to me had died. Try the other side in a haze. Now I'm in the other man's waistline. In the middle passage. Tough. You better believe me. It happened in the middle passage. Tough. But the music. Stomach upset from the scent of the vomit and the poo. Lord, all the maggots and the flies, Lord, I don't know what to do. God have mercy. I hear me fellow slaves them scream. Father, Savior, you alone. Us from this hour of the tree. Only 10 minutes stop sign to eat and to exercise. One brother decide to run. They just shooting up with their gun line. In the middle passage. Tough. What a nightmare we had in the middle passage. Hear the music. Affliction and torment. No hope, none at all. Just had to bear the punishment. A full load left the mainland, like I said. Now we soon reach the yard. Half me brothers them done. Can't get away from this mess. Forever under arrest. You either abide by this one jumping at the chain. You can't imagine. Young girls, them lost what dignity they had. Being used for sexual satisfaction. Lord, the vagabonds treat them bad. Feeling they have no say. Forever like that. When they want the back, them sailors bring them up and they please land. In the middle pass, rough. Watch an awful time. In the middle pass, rough. And with all of that, no reparation. Hope you enjoy the show. Good night.
So we just had a performance by one of the individuals behind this whole affair, and I've been told by the sage next to me that he is one of the writers for some of the Calypsonians who perform this evening.
Example that is Stephen Ribbon. Before Stephen Daniel, some people might know him as Jimmy R. Shows. And he grew up in the Pilgrim Church in Sandy Point, just about maybe 500 meters to the west of us. And he grew up as a musician in the church from a very, very young age. Very, very accomplished musician, guitar, bass, keyboards, drums. And for the last few years at least, that I know, he has been one of the writers, the producers of the songs, along with Anthony Love Jeffers, as I indicated. And it doesn't stop you from writing your own song, getting somebody different too. But most times, especially that I could see that and I could understand, if I come to you, I heard you sing karaoke or sing in the shower and I think you make a good Calypso. I can't write. I need somebody to give me a song. I am forced to either write for you or get somebody to write for you. And then you go and you put it down and maybe the only way you write your own song.
Eventually, because once you are exposed to different writing styles and you get to understand the format, if you will, then an entertainer or then a singer in that situation can then take on the task of writing their own. But they have to be shown, they have to be mentored in a way.
You know, we mentioned it at the start of the show, the setup on what is happening here. Right. This event is being streamed. And from what we've learned, our little research, could you tell us who's in charge of the production?
Well, there is a group of individuals and they've been given the responsibility of being the Methodist media team. So they are the ones who are bringing this live to you right now. And they do all Methodist church events. So Alders, Gates, they do quite a number of funerals. So they are the go-to to get whatever is happening in the circuit out to the rest of the world. And I think that's a magnificent idea. And what I could see this being is this can be a start for someone who has an interest in media or behind the scenes or in front of the camera. They can become a member of this team and hone their skills. If this was in existence when I was a teenager in the Methodist church, yeah, oh definitely. I would have been the one with the camera or with the microphone interviewing people in the audience, and then I would have gone ahead and done a mass comm degree. So this is a wonderful opportunity for the younger ones in the Methodist circuit on St. Kitts and Nevis to develop some sort of media skills.
I fully support that. And clearly, if we step back and we look, apart from the pains and the hurts of COVID-19, Dawn Mills, she was the first person I heard having a song. COVID-19 wasn't all bad. It brought a lot of positive, a lot of good. And this is one of the good things I believe would have come from COVID.
And the thing is, with the Methodist Church, due to Al Elms, who has now passed, I came under his tutelage. We started with the Christian Council Methodist, Christian Council radio program, which I was a host of. So the Methodist Church has always had this ability to involve media with it, but now we've formalized it. And I always felt that it was rooted in Mr. Elms, that if Mr. Elms isn't involved, then media and Methodist Church will be no longer. But to see that it is continuing, it's like almost like his legacy is still here. He has left a great legacy within the Methodist Church.
And what I have found out of these churches, some are Facebook only, some are YouTube. They're gonna have that would be nice. You're not missing anything, ladies and gentlemen. I am Troy with Mills and co-host.
And over there. Might be performing. Of her name, I don't know if she's going to perform tonight.
I think that she's from St. Paul region. So quite a lovely show here at the Sandy Point Hard Court. And if we give you an tank as well. But if you were to get, you know, my know if you formed it, you would go ahead and take the winners from the previous years.
We had a 2013 DeAndre Edwards.
Yes, from Sandy.
He won it. He did it 2014. DeAndre once again was the king of the Immanulypso show. 2015 we had a break with King Nantejo, Gallon Francis. Then in 2016 we had the first female, Patricia Hodge, Queenie Dodi or Dodi, I hope I pronounced it as right. 2017 we had Queen Janet. 2018 Queen Shah. So three ladies back to back, 2016, 2017 and 2018. Then in 2020 we had the breaking of the female domination of the show with King John Toboy being declared the winner. And I think I have a right to an opinion, and I think it's going to go back into the females.
I support you on that. I think Joe the Mighty, and somehow that name I like the name. Normally you hear the Mighty, Joe the Mighty, but you don't hear Joe the Mighty.
Joe the Mighty.
And I think she stands a very good chance of winning it. She's still here, and while she sang, I remember the Christmas song. I think it's by Luther Vandross. There seemed to be some arrangement, he and the lady, either they fell out or they had to be back, and every year he goes back to the same spot because he expects her to come back but at some point, and he's been going here for years.
Okay.
And that reminds me, and ad on the television, where this female probably like to smell the deodorant or the cologne that her husband was using when they were young, and it showed them the same position when she was old, and then one of them believe, but I will be there. I'm waiting. Song of hope, song of desperation, song of pain, and not giving up really. And that was Joe the Mighty. And again, if you could just give an idea of who would have been singing what,
we had, to start off our first Calypso, and it was a 14-year-old Joshua Herbert, and he sang That Done Gone. Mighty Joshua saying, well, I was mad about Black history. While we're looking back, them things that done gone, those achievements finished with. Let's move on. Let's move on and live another day. That done gone. And just to share with you a line or two from his song, he starts out, I have a friend who's involved with this Black history thing. He always encouraging me to join in. I asked him to explain, what's it all about? He gave me a whole epistle, long enough from north to south, he said. I refused to accept his invitation for what he was speaking and what happened was so long ago. So that is Mighty Joshua, our first competitor tonight. Then we had Cleon Lewis, 35 years old, Cleon Lewis, and he sang What You Sow, You Reap. His stage name is Preacher Boy. And his chorus goes, it's high time to wake up, be proud of your identity. For the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. And then when the situation demands for you to represent your nation, you must be worthy and proud, and a proud example for us to keep. The signs of the times you cannot deny. Stop playing around, open your eyes. Be mindful of the seeds you plant. For what you sow, you're gonna reap.
And quickly, before we go to number 3,
yes.
Joshua Howard, he's from the Immanuel Methodist
Right
Church.
here in Sandy Point.
And then Cleon Lewis, he is from the Touched by His Wounded Hands ministry. They would have started at the Shadwell Great House. They've relocated to Shadwell.
Okay, so we have other participants outside of the Methodist circuit coming in. We have Jeremiah Welcome. He is 19 years old, Lord Jair, and Lord Jair was the competitor, the Calypsonian, who had some technical difficulties, it seemed. And I really must commend him because automatic. So if anything breaks your concentration, it can be hard to settle yourself again. But he was able to do so, and he actually came back stronger. Performing after that bit of technical difficulty with the microphone.
And he's from Mount Carmel Baptist Church.
Good. Look, we're all one people here.
Exactly.
One God. It doesn't matter. So it's wonderful to see that we have participation from outside the Methodist circuit. Delroy Jeffers was next. Lulu's son. I saw her in the audience. She goes everywhere her children go.
Yes.
After the age, she's still behind them supporting. And he's the reigning. Is he the reigning?
Yes, he's the reigning. King John the Boy.
King John the Boy. I think that one might kind of like ship off your head tonight, but let me see.
It's from the St. Johnson Methodist.
St. Johnson Methodist Church, the church that I was christened in. Methodist Church, but I grew up at the Wesley Methodist Church. His song was My Confession. King John the Boy. Let me read through his first verse. How could I tell you go back home to Africa, but on that continent there's so much flaws? How could I tell you go for your inheritance when for those there's insufficient, when for those there almost cause you harm? I know have a change of heart. Stay home, you'll be better off. Ooh, that's a cutting edge,
yes,
man.
Yes.
He hit it below the
man enough to say I made a mistake.
Yes.
Which you don't do a very good job at.
Once he says stay home is over here currently in the West. Then we go to Jolene Buchanan.
Joe the Mighty.
18 years old. And she's the one we're looking at this evening. She's possibly going to cause some damage within the first top 3. Her song is great. Of slavery. They didn't take me. I'm looking over the ocean for you. Extreme optimism. Then we go on to Ashanika Johnson. And Queen Sha, she was and her song was the European Coup. Let's start off her first verse. Many songs where there were kings and queens reigning in royalty, a place where they all lived as one big family. Yes, there was peace, love, and happiness. That's what the pundits say. Until some people came and nature of the Europeans and how they could do what they did to our ancestors. So that I'm so sorry. Yes. She's a member of her athletic team and the choir, and our condolences go out to Connie Troop and her family on the devastation that they're experiencing right now.
And we cannot applaud the organizers of this event enough. And not only that, the lyricists, composers of the songs, very creative ideas, and the stage. I think it's going to be a very, very good show.
It is. I mean, we've been praising the media team here. We have a decent sized audience. Social distancing. Decent support, good technical. And we were concerned that it would come again during the show, but it has kept at bay, and we're grateful for that tonight. So
and where we are, Sandy Point Hardcourt, Sandy Point Sporting Complex.
I just want to say, right?
That was the oldest festival behind National Carnival. And they would have built the hardcourt, labor of love, volunteerism, as King Socrates on stage. However, the dressing rooms, etc., that would have been done when we hosted Carrie Fest in 2000. And there have been some upgrades, the bleachers. That's really netball court, and the volleyball would have been played on the netball court. Calypso show. This is the cultural center.
Oh, yeah, pageants would have been kept here as well.
Shows.
The heartbeat of this community.
Exactly. And we have to come back and thank some of the sponsors, but we'll go on stage and hear from King Socrates.
Where he from?
SP where the best.
Oh dear.
He's a 5 or 6 time national monarch. I think it's 6 times. A time along with King Conwis.
Right, that's true.
Second to Elimat, King Elimat. In St. Kitts.
Right.
But in terms of crowns, I think Miko and this and that, they have 8, 9 somewhere here.
Where is it? Elimat up there with 9, 10?
Yeah, I think he has 9, 10. Talk about World March, goes into the 20s.
Oh yes, mommy, let me go.
So we go live on stage for King Socrates.
ravages of COVID-19. So when Jim is ready, come me up. Oh, tempo. Charlie, you never heard this one. Hey, and hey. A bit fast. From global depopulation, conspiracy, the declaration of the end time, prophecies, the biological warfare, rumors spreading everywhere, as to what is the real cause of the virus. But to contain the spread, we must cooperate with the step the authorities take to take, with each and every one playing his part. Corona can't last. Hey, like the Spanish flu that killed millions in 1918, this too shall pass. Though the death toll keep rising for COVID-19, this too shall pass. Why? About every 100 years, we get a pandemic that appears to be apocalyptic, and though no one knows how long it will last, guess what? This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Yes. And the trophies already enough. We heard all about the conspiracies. What was happening? So you guys sing, hear this. From 5G radiation, contamination, to mandatory inoculation, to vaccination. Is this part of a global plan to cull population? Say what? From the top. Okay. There's a wheel and come again. So we take it from the top. Listen up. From global depopulation, conspiracies, to the declaration of the end time, prophecies, to biological warfare, rumors spreading everywhere, as to what is the real cause of the virus. But to contain the spread, we must cooperate with the steps the authorities set to take, with each and every one playing his part. Corona can't last. Like the Spanish flu that killed millions in 1918, this too shall pass. Hey. Though the death toll keep rising for COVID-19, this too shall pass. Why? About every 100 years, we get a pandemic that appears to be apocalyptic, and though no one knows how long it would last, guess what? This too shall pass. Really? And we have the rollout of vaccination, so this is by June. We open up a country again, tourism. They were saying, from 5G radiation, contamination, to mandatory inoculation through vaccination. Is this part of a global plan to cull population? Everybody's speculating on the virus. One call it a hoax, but it was a joke. To think Corona was partisan is indecision to contain the spread. There's so many dead. Nonsense. Like the plague that left 100,000 dead in London. This too shall pass. The same plague killed 1/3 of the world's population. This too shall pass. Like Ebola and swine flu, smallpox and measles, H1N1, SARS and MERS, that kill more people than the 2 world wars. This too shall pass. Allah. Oh, yo. This is not the first pandemic. It may not be the last. Who knows? shutting down of the world's greatest economy. The control of the population through state of emergency. Was this premeditated? Can it be associated with the quest for world domination? Look who's despairing, look who's benefiting. Look at the world origin of the root cause. Is this a new world order? Then I ask, this too shall pass. Yes, like the germ warfare you open used to kill off the Indians. This too shall pass. Like the fallout of the atomic bombs dropped on Japan. This too shall pass. Unconventional warfare poisoning the atmosphere. Some say the world population going too fast, and that germ warfare could contain that mass bomb. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Oh yo! Thank you. That was a contribution they made to the government and our people directly after we were hit by COVID-19. So, we have the lovely sensation above the greatest stage. Mr. Engineer, do you have a song? You good? Okay, we're going to ask you to give us a little round of applause as we bring Sensation on stage. As I said, she's a former junior Calypso monarch. He is from St. Johnson Village. So, village people, one of the stars of the Legends Calypso tent and a finalist in last year's competition. The song is called Thank You All the Same. It's COVID related, and tell me if you didn't think she was supposed to be higher in last competition. Sensation, give it up.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all the same. And thank you guys for really doing your thing tonight. We really enjoyed the songs. And as usual, Socrates is always a supporter of Immanulypso. Let's give it up for Socrates and his tent. And we'll see you back here next year, next Immanulypso. Right about now, we're going to call on the MC who's going to take you away from this point.
All right, good night, good night, good night. We have the final decision. Yes, and so we hope that your heart is strong enough to take what is about to be said. All right, so we're going to have all the participants, all the Calypsonians to come on stage. So calling all the participants, all right, we want to give it up for all the sponsors. Put your hands together for them. Come on, put your hands together for the sponsors and also the Immanuel Methodist Church for this vision. And I pray they will keep the vision alive every single year. All right, so we're going to have them to come, and then we're going to pick from among them. We have third place, we have second place, we have first place, and we have king or queen. So we will let you know. Super Genius heard a politician use the word auspicious. So he wanted an occasion to use the word auspicious. And his friend was getting married. And so he get an opportunity to use the word auspicious. And then he got on stage and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am so delighted to be here on this very suspicious occasion." He made a mistake. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have all 7. All right. Okay, well, we're just going to go right ahead. We're going to have some presentation here. First, we have the best presentation by who do you think? Best presentation. We're breaking the ice here now. Give it up for Lady K. Best presentation. Yes, so we're going to make a presentation. Someone should be here to make this presentation. Okay, they're still setting up. All right, turn on the camera. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lady K. Best presentation. All right, well, Who is the group favorite? We have a presentation. We have a gift for the group favorite. Put your hands together for, who you think? King Janto Boy. Janto Boy. Put your hands together. All right. King Janto Boy is considered to be the crowd favorite. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The moment of truth have arrived. And we will now... All right, for third place, we have the person got 397 points. Put your hands together for the third runner-up, none other than Queen Shah. Put your hands together. Third runner-up, Queen Shah. All right, well done, well done. Well, it's getting tighter and tighter by this. Just by 1 point, we have the second place with 398. Give it up for who you think is in second place. All right, well, according to the judges here, second place, Preacher Boy. Put your hands together. Bye, Preacher Boy. You should be Preacher Man by now. He's a boy. Next time is Preacher Man. All right. We have a special chick coming up. And you don't know if it is king or queen. Well, we will see. All right. Okay, in first place with 405 points, ladies and gentlemen, King Janto Boy. Well, that's first place. So if he's in first place, well, then there is not a place. First, second, third. Yes, give it up for King Janto Boy. Well, this is it. This is it. This is it. Who would be? So then we have all right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we have someone here with all right. We're holding it back a bit. Are you too excited? Are you behave by yourself? Well, if the reigning king come first one up, so that means we have a new. All right, a new king or a new queen. You will see in a while. But we're going to have some presentation to be made now. We just butt in here. We're going to have some presentation to be made. It will be given to each and every one of the participants. So right now we'll have that to be done. So All right. We have a presentation for the mighty Joshua. Put your hands together. Done a song entitled That Done Gone. All right. So even if he don't win tonight, after that he will say that done gone. So you ain't going to worry about that. All right. He had a song entitled What You Sow You Reap by Preacher Boy. Well, Preacher Man. Put your hands together. These guys got enough. They could take a vacation. All right. All right. We now have. Okay. King Janto Boy, My Confession. Put your hands together again. Crowd favorite, and he was, I think, 2019 king. 2020? Okay, I thought they told me that 2020 nothing was done. All right. We have Joe the Mighty. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I remember a Jamaican and a Bajan and a Kittitian. They was on death row. All right. Put your hands together for Joe the Mighty. I will wait. I was going to give a super genius and I will wait, but I will wait. All right, nicely done. We had a song entitled European Co. Put your hands together. Cool rather. Queen Shah. Put your hands together for Queen Shah. And we have another presentation to be made. And this last one will be given to Lady K. Did a song, We Could Walk. Yes, I overlooked this one. We had a song, Writing on the Wall, Lord J. Put your hands together for Lord J. You look like a lord, Jessup. All right, no mistake being made about this here now. Well, where are the judges? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with 418 points, we have a new All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome 2021 new Queen Lady K. Put your hands together. Boy, how you could walk, how you could walk.
Bye.
All right, well, we did say that simple songs, simple, catchy calypsos have dominated the art form nationally on Take It and Leave It. We left off saying that in relation to the winner. She had a very simple, catchy tune. The crew was here dancing to it, and the judges have awarded her Lady K, the 2021 Immanulypso monarch.
And speaking of judges, the judges were Ip Isaac, Louisa Lawrence,
oh, okay,
daughter
so
of Dr. Lawrence,
so Edmund Lawrence, yes,
Zeke Boone, Nigel Numpy Williams, and Jerome Hunkins, the daughter of Pastor Hunkins, I think.
On the Methodist.
Most capable and able judges.
Yes.
We're not certain if they were using the highest and the lowest.
Oh, and
yes. I believe I would have found a way to tie Jody Mighty somewhere in there, because that's my song of the night, really. Notwithstanding the simplicity and the code, but the imagery she painted, the passion. I mean, talking again, I'm getting goosebumps. And you're correct, we did say simple songs. I'm Getting Married, King Mallet 1979, Calypso Terrorist, that was Ayatollah.
Lyrics.
And the chorus is such, anything you put in, it works.
Yeah, it can work.
My neighbor, he walk, my dog, he walk, my cat, he walk.
And it worked tonight.
She get it walk. So it work and it did work.
Yes, she's proving, I mean, the seriousness of the song was that people of African descent aren't lazy. All facets of our society have worked. And we work real hard.
Exactly. And when you look at the inventions by the black man again, so it's not just the physical component, but the mental element of it as well.
That's true. And what she was able to do is she was saying, look, our ancestors worked so hard. That means we today can come together and Ebenezer, Immanuel.
And this on the easy sale.
What?
Exactly, like on the street, maybe use COVID-19 as a reason for not getting work.
Right.
And we did mention COVID-19 bringing out the creativity in persons, the electronics.
Right.
But what I'm interested to find out is, could these 7 Calypsonians be encouraged when they go into the church to compete for Sugar Mass 50 in the various categories? Youth, female, and the national senior monarch.
I think so. I do think so. They've shown their ability to stand in front of an audience and deliver a bus. You know, so I think they and tutor to get ready for that stage.
And if they do, I think they won't cause a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, especially Lady K.
A lot of problems. And we've known King Zaki, a Christian, he would have had his time to pray, etc. Kinta would have done that as well.
Yes, I remember that.
Kinta won the first Calypso, which was put on by the church. No, he's from Keon,
right.
But there's a church in Sandy Point by Pastor
Oh.
Sanders.
Yeah, and
yes,
and the
Unique
entrance.
Touch.
Yeah.
Unique Touch
When
Christian
you're entering.
Center. Yes.
Right.
So he would have started this Calypso thing, and Kinta would have won it a year. And it'll be nice to really have these competing in National Carnival. Of course, some may argue, well, hey, we don't want to have anything to do with the secular world. But in the Bible, the Lord said, if you're feeling well, are you going to a doctor? No. And for him to convert souls, you go where they are, the non-Christians are.
Right, exactly.
Master,
you
where you're
don't
going to the synagogues, etc.
Right.
They're sinners.
Right.
But you need to go in there to preach the word to them. It's a case where if Joshua won't come to the mountain would go to Joshua.
And that's what needs to happen. They shouldn't shun themselves away from those outside who need to hear the word. So there should be an interaction between secular and Christian.
And you know what, before we slip away, we must thank the persons who would have
Work behind the
contribution.
scenes. Yes.
And alternately, we thank Honorable Sean K. Richards,
Smokey's Solutions Printing Service,
Dollar Stretcher Supermarket,
First Class Jewelry,
Jessica and Turner,
Quick Bargain,
Bees Enterprises,
Occasions Flowers and Gifts,
St. Kitts Davis Anguilla National Bank,
celebrating 50 years this year, TDC Business Center,
East Caribbean Printers,
Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis,
Gary's Fruits and Flowers,
D&D Services,
Indo-Carib Shop,
Warner's One Stop,
Island Purified Water,
Flow St. Kitts,
Swag and Sway,
Jimel's Enterprises,
Platinum Broadcasting Services.
Your sponsorship has allowed us to continue to bring our vision, the vision of the Immanulypso Calypso show, to life.
And we say a very big thank you
for being here with us from beginning to end. We'll see you somewhere on the next one, possibly.
I'm Troy Biff Mills.
And I'm Immanuel. Do have a safe and wonderful 2021 and beyond.
Drive home safely on, and it was nice working with you.
Same here, first time here.
Yes, look forward to more in the future.
I'm looking forward to that too.
And it was indeed a pleasure working with the technical crew. They did a wonderful job.
Excellent.
And they must be commended, the Methodist media team.
The media team, congrats to them. And they've really shown their muscle.
So signing off, live and direct from the Sandy Point Sports Complex here at the Alley Sandy Point. Troy Mills, Allen, thank you for watching. And of course, you could go back and look at the show at any point. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook.
Congratulations to Lady K. Let's see if she could two-peat in 2022.